Thank you very much. It's great to be here again, and what a tremendous crowd. Thanks for coming out to all our fans. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Mike Ash and Fifth Third Bank for sponsoring the event. We really appreciate that. And obviously Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn for all that you do for the university, all you do for the football program and for the city of Louisville. We can't thank you enough, so I really appreciate that. I'd also like to thank Tom Jurich. The one thing that I know, and I think all of our coaches here at the University of Louisville know, that when you work for Tom Jurich, he's going to do everything in his power to make the student-athletes experience a success, and everything in his power to allow the student-athlete to excel and get the most out of their ability. So again, Tom, thank you for everything you do. A few people I'd like to introduce, starting with my family. My wife, Becky, right here. Go ahead, stand up, Becky. Oh. She can't stand up because she's holding my grandson, Braylon Scott. Braylon, sleeping. We've got my son, Nick Petrino, who's our quarterback coach. My son, Bobby Petrino. My youngest daughter, Katie Petrino. Katie's headed on her way to California tomorrow to Q School to see if she can get her LPGA card, so get to work, Katie. I'd like to introduce my oldest daughter, Kelsey Petrino. Scott. I got to add that Scott on to the end of it. I always forget about that, but Kelsey runs our foundation, and we have a tailgate party before all the games, so if there's anybody out here that's interested in getting involved with the tailgating before our home games, make sure you get a hold of Kelsey. It's a great event and something that we truly enjoy. We have a number of our coaches' wives here today. This is a hard camp. Our coaches are usually spending from 7 o'clock in the morning till 11:15 at night for the last 2 weeks working on camp, getting ready for practice the next day, grading film, and there's a lot of sacrifice that goes on with the coaches' wives and with their family, and we've always tried to make sure we include them in everything that we do. So we do have a number of wives here today, starting with Louise Klinakis. Louise. We got Winslow Galloway here, Lonnie Galloway's wife. Cameo Hayward, our new defensive back coach, Keith's wife. We've got Ashley Smith, Colby's wife here. It's actually Ashley and a future running back for the University of Louisville. And we've got Karen Wagner, Andy, our Director of Football Ops wife. And Kate Wilkes, Scott Wilkes, our Strength and Conditioning coach's wife. Thank you very much, ladies, for all your support and sacrifice and everything that you give to the football program that so many people don't really understand. But again, I really thank you for that. And with that, I think what we're going to do is do a little question and answer here with, you ready?
Ready when you are.
All right.
You guys won 8 of your last 10, Bobby. Can you carry that momentum over? I know it's a gap, but there's got to be a way when you have so many returning guys to carry that momentum over into this season.
Yeah, I think the thing that happens when you finish strong the way we did, first of all, it's a credit to our assistant coaches and our players for continuing to work hard during the season last year. Obviously, everybody knows we didn't get off to the kind of start we want. But we kept working hard. Guys kept practicing, kept getting better, kept sticking together, covering for each other, and we finished very, very strong. And that gives us the momentum to go into the off season and work as hard as we can, which you saw some of it on the video, to prepare for the upcoming season, to really get to be in the best possible condition you've ever been in. The other thing that I think it really carried over is the togetherness that we have as a team, and how close we are, and how much respect our players have for each other.
Here we are with Coach Petrino's second question I'm going to ask is about the defense. I mean, you guys have been awfully good. What can we expect in 2016 from this group?
We can expect them to be better. We better be better, right, defense? No, I think that, we've played great defense. We understand what you need to do to play great defense. Number one is to stop the run. So our players are very dedicated to making sure that we stop the run. It's something that's an emphasis for us. Once you stop the run, then you get to do what we really like to do, and that's hit, harass, and sack the other team's quarterback. That is something that helps us tremendously as a defense. It allows us to get turnovers and interceptions, fumbles, and we've been a team that's created a lot of turnovers. And anytime you're creating turnovers, you're helping the team score points too. So I'm very proud of our defensive players. They're very smart. They work hard at it. They have a great understanding of the game, and I think we'll continue to play great defense.
Really important facet of the game, special teams, and you got some big shoes to fill. So how's that going? How are they progressing this fall?
Yeah, we'll have some new guys out there as far as kicking and punting the ball this year. We've got good competition going on right now. I'm excited about the talent that we have there. We've got a couple weeks left to see who our starting punter is going to be and who our starting kicker is going to be. But they're working hard at it, and they continue to improve on a daily basis. The other thing about special teams is I think we're going to have some fantastic returners, some guys that give us a chance that anytime they touch the ball, they could go the distance and score points in the punt return game and in the kickoff return game. We should be a very good cover team because we are fast and physical, and that should help us create field position. And what you would like to do in each game is to set up a score or score a touchdown with your special teams game and control the field position. So if we have better starting field position than our opponent does, usually we're going to score a lot more points than they do.
10 of 11 starters on offense, 17 guys as we talk with Brandon that saw action. I know that the stadium maintenance crews ordered some extra lights for the scoreboard. I mean, we're gonna have some fun this year.
Yeah, it's about time we light up the scoreboard again. That's definitely what we need to do. No, we're having fun on offense right now. We got a group back that understands the scheme. They understand the plays. Last year at this time, we'd break the huddle, and some guys were trying to think, what's that play? What is that? Now what we're doing is we're trying to get better at our technique and our fundamentals within the play called, and really become detail-oriented on how to execute the play that's called. The number one thing you have to do on offense is be consistent. So we have to have all 11 guys do their job right on every play. It's much different than defensive football. You can have 10 guys do it perfect, one guy make a mistake, and you end up having a negative play. So we have to do it together, work together on every play. I think the other thing that we're trying to really set a standard to get back to where we used to be is that every time we take the field, we expect to go score a touchdown. Our expectation is that we're going to go score and get a touchdown every single time we take the field, no matter where that is at on the field. And I think we're getting closer and closer to that. We're going to have some big plays. We've got the ability to make some long runs in the running game. We've got the ability to throw the ball down the field and make plays with our receivers and tight ends in the passing game. The number one thing we can't do is have negative plays and hurt ourselves. So we just got to work together and get back to lighting up the scoreboard.
Amen. Bobby, I've talked to a lot of coaches that have all the talent in the world, great chemistry, but they're looking for that leader. They're looking for those leaders. Tell me about the leadership. We saw 6 great guys up here on stage.
Yeah, you know, it makes me very proud to see our guys come up here and talk the way they did today. You know, we've got really good kids, good young men on this football team that care deeply about our football team, care deeply about each other. And when you have that and you have leadership from within your team, you truly do have a chance to have a special football team. And I know that we have that. You know, I'm proud of what they did this summer. They went out with Chris Morgan, who's our Director of Football Relations, and went out throughout the city and put in more community service work than ever. They do it with a smile. They enjoy it. It's never like pulling teeth to get guys to go do it. It's all voluntary, and we have a number of them that do every single thing they possibly can and really enjoy it. So I think you can see we have good camaraderie. We've got good leadership. We're going to continue to work extremely hard together. We are a family, so there are times out on the practice field where we have to separate a guy or two, and that's okay as long as we understand that once we step off that practice field and we're in the locker room, we give each other a hug. One of the things that I am truly proud of our football players is they know how to love each other, and that's something that we need more of in this world.
Absolutely. We think ahead to some of those games maybe later in the year that gets a little chilly out there, nice and cool, good comfortable temperatures. The hottest weather you have is during camp, and I know you probably hate it while it's going on, but what do you learn from the team when they fight through that heat? You have to kind of like the heat during camp in a certain way.
Oh, I don't hate it at all. I think it's great. Now, Brandon might not like it a whole lot, but no, it's good this year that we had the heat and the humidity early because it is hard. Our guys have to fight through it. Most of our games are going to be won or lost in the fourth quarter. And when we get to the fourth quarter, we're going to be tired. We're going to be sore. It is a very physical game. And the number one thing we've got to be able to do in the fourth quarter when we are tired is do what we're coached to do and give great effort. And that's what camp's all about, is being able to be sore, be tired, and still be able to go out and do your job the right way and play as hard as you possibly can. So we need to see that carry over to our fourth quarter games where, you know, everything matters. Every single thing matters, and whether you win or lose in a close game in the fourth quarter. And our guys have worked hard at it. It has been a grind. The one thing that you do as a football player is you learn to love the grind, and that's how you get better. And I've been proud of our camp. Our assistant coaches and our players have done a great job.
You've got pretty high expectations coming through the fans, through the media, and I know you guys as well. How do you handle those expectations with the team?
Well, we've worked hard for 2 years to have high expectations, so this is a product of the hard work and dedication of all our players. And, you know, I'm not afraid to say this. The reason that we're here is to win a national championship. That is our goal. That's what we're working extremely hard to do. So we embrace the high expectations. You know, we enjoy it. Our coaching staff has it. Our players have high expectations of themselves personally and of what we can do as a team. Obviously, our fans have high expectations, and we love that. Our administration have high expectations for us, and it's something for us to strive for and work hard to live up to. We got a good schedule. There's no question about that. And we've got 2 teams that we play that have been to the national championship game. So we understand what the challenge is. The one thing that we've done a good job of here in camp is just work hard on getting better each day in practice. And that's been our focus. And now when we start the season here in less than 2 weeks, we're going to focus on the one game that we're playing there and try to go out and play our best game that we've had to date as an individual, as a group, as a team, and continue to get better and see how it all plays out. But I can tell you this, you got a group of young men that are going to go out and represent you, that are going to do everything they possibly can to come out successful.
Bobby, finally, you bet. we've seen how this fan base can affect a game, obviously at home. We saw it in Atlanta, we saw it in Nashville. But what does it mean to you and the team when you guys jump off the bus and make that walk, that card march into the stadium on game day? What does that mean to you guys?
Yeah, we feed off our fans. There's no question about that. When you come out and you do card march and it's packed and everybody's yelling and screaming, it's pretty exciting. When you go to Atlanta and you're playing an SEC team that's an hour and 15 minutes away and you have just as many fans as they have and you're louder than they are, that's something that's really special to us. When you go to Nashville for the bowl game and you turn the whole city red, that's pretty cool. That's really exciting. You know, what we need to do, and we need to all understand here and make sure we tell your friends and your partners that tailgate with you, is we just need to get used to that in the ACC, we're going to play some noon games. Okay, so adjust your clocks. We got to start the tailgating the night before, so we're cranked up and ready to go when we get to the stadium.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Petrino.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just one last thing. If you want it, you got to go get it.